Hi, wrestling fans. Thanks for clicking today's Reddit D. Rose report. I got two reports, 2 days worth. As noted, former TNA X Division champion Homicide, he appeared at it was over the weekend, Impact Wrestling tapings in Orlando, leading to the speculation that recent reports about him needing rotator cuff surgery may be incorrect. But Homicide still in need of surgery, but is expected to have it soon, according to PWI Insider. And he's working with TNA just for a short time and he can't sign a new deal with the company, apparently. He was contacted for a few days ago about coming in, doing some shows. Torn rotator cuff has still been bothering Homicide for several years now, and surgery is needed imminently. For what it's worth, Jey Uso didn't work last night's WWE taping in Seattle. Jimmy Uso appeared by himself and defeated The Miz. Several superstars have been announced for the fourth WrestleCade event, Saturday, November 28th. I said November now, in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The event, portion of the WrestleCade 4 will feature Matt Hardy defending WrestleCade Championship, and stars being announced as Hardy, Justin Gabriel, Bobby Heenan is going to be there, Abdullah the Butcher, Mr. Anderson, Italian Stallion, haven't heard from him for a long time, Glacier, Sunday Dutt, and Bill Dundee. Many more stars and matches are going to be announced as it gets closer to the event. If you want to go to WrestleCade.com, they'll probably tell you some more. Tyler Breeze and Bo Dallas have been teaming up in recent WWE live events. Apparently now have their own name. They lost to Sin Cara and Kalisto at last night's main event in Seattle before the match. Bo cut a promo and said everyone was watching history being made as he and Breeze teamed up, referring to themselves as Bo Breeze. Always got a little catchphrase somewhere. And there's said to be a lot of excitement in WWE and NXT right now about the brand going on tour and doing live events. And WWE reportedly has holds on potential venues for NXT. And it happens as soon as probably May, and the plans aren't 100% finalized yet, but they aren't sure, when they want to launch the tour, but noted before, they're going to be debuting at the former ECW Arena in Philadelphia this spring. And it's very interesting to see if NXT is going to go touring, whether that hurts the indie promotions also in those areas, similar to what happened in WWE in the territories back in the 80s. And as noted last week, teasing tension between Lana and WWE U.S. Champion Rusev after she accepted John Cena's Wrestle 31 challenge for Rusev. Of course, he's mad at her for letting her for giving in, but Lana did not appear on SmackDown with Rusev and is not appearing this weekend at WWE live events with him because she's filming WWE studio action thriller The Interrogation with WWE Hall of Famer Edge. And WWE is using the tension between the two and her and Rusev to explain her absence from the ring. So one rumored theory going around is that she's going to stay off TV until WrestleMania 31. Where she'll return and bring Rusev support for his match against Cena in the form of a grand entrance that we reported as kind of a spoiler earlier in the week. Mentioned something about that. The Twisted Twins, Jen and Sylvia Soka, they directed, by the way, Evil 2, See No Evil 2, and Vendetta for WWE Studios were backstage last night in Seattle. Sisters are longtime fans of WWE. And they got their picture taken with Charles Robinson for whatever reason. He was the only one who wasn't doing anything. In 2008, let's look back, Jeff Hardy, who was serving a 60-day suspension from WWE due to the wellness policy violation, lost his North Carolina home in a fire. And happy birthday over the weekend, Iron Sheik, 72 years old. And this would have been on this day in 1977, lost a WWE Hall of Famer, Antonina Argentina Rocca, age of 49 years old. Now here's today's news. Tonight's Raw is taking place in Wells Fargo Center, Des Moines, Iowa, on the road to WrestleMania 31. Confirmed for tonight's show, and Randy Orton issuing a challenge to Seth Rollins for WrestleMania 31, and another WWE Hall of Famer is going to be announced. WWE World Heavyweight Champion Brock Lesnar is not advertised for tonight's show. The usual suspects are going to be there. And no matches have been announced, but I think locally it's supposed to be Roman Reigns taking on Mark Henry. Has been kind of rumored, but it may be on TV. And WWE is focusing on these points for tonight. Should Rollins agree to face Orton? Where is LANA in? And which team is most worthy of facing Tyson Kidd, Cesaro for the titles? And how will Reigns be challenged on Raw? And will Bray Wyatt become to regret resurrecting the dead man at WrestleMania? And Hall of Famer to be announced most likely is, and kind of expected, is going to be Kevin Nash. Tonight's AAA pay-per-view has been postponed until tomorrow night at 8 p.m. due to extreme rains in Guadalajara. And Rey Mysterio, he's kind of pushed back some again too, so he hadn't wrestled in a long time. Maybe he's just not ready. Paige and AJ Lee, they're looking forward to forming a new tag team as they prepare to face the Bellas for WrestleMania 31. I don't know how long they could stay together, but former WCW World Heavyweight Champion Sting is currently in Des Moines, Iowa, and will be appearing at tonight's Raw to hype WrestleMania 31 with Triple H. I don't know whether it's going to be him or a fake Sting or a fake voice, or it could be both of them being fake. Or it could be him. The New York Post reports that, I just can't believe this. I feel so horrible for this guy. The New York Post reported that Vince McMahon, he had his Bentley stolen, but it's been recovered in the Bronx. It's a charcoal gray Bentley Continental Coupe. Was stolen in Connecticut a few months back and just recovered by police. The car is valued at $189,000. No word yet on how the car was recovered or where it was found by police, but sources noted that it had a $100,000 sound system inside. I don't know if it was attached to the car or he had it in the trunk. Hey, never know. Got to make money where you can. And it's worth noting that China deleted some of her controversial YouTube videos last night, including the one where she said she's coming after Triple H and called Stephanie McMahon a bitch. But Steph gets called that constantly, so that's no big deal. And Chris Jericho's guest on Talk is Jericho this Friday is going to be legendary performer Gene Simmons of Kiss. And former tag team champions Axe and Smash of Demolition, they were awarded a Lifetime Tag Team Achievement Award for Maryland Championship Wrestling at a live event on Saturday. Award was presented by the Hellcats after their win over Ken Dixon and Ryan McBride. Hey, got a question for you guys. All right, if you could realistically now have one more match with any wrestler, who would it be and who would he or she face? Just kind of wonder. Anyway, if you were in good shape, who would you like to wrestle? I mean, would it be like Vince, Andre, $1 Million Man, CM Punk, Big Show, Ultimate Warrior, Batista? Just who? Just kind of wondered. Who would you like to take on? Me, it would be Lana, but I don't think she wrestles. She could interrogate me though. But oh well. Hey, thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.